So let's problem number 1. So this is a rectangular parallelepiped. So by the way, kapag sinabing parallelepiped, yung mga faces niya ay mga parallelogram. Kaya lang, kapag sinabi naman niya na rectangular parallelepiped, the same as rectangular block lang siya. Okay, ordinary rectangular block. Lumabas na rin ito naman sa board exam, sabi niya, a solid material in the form of a rectangular parallelepiped 4 feet by 6 feet by 8 feet is painted with blue paint. If it is cut completely through the whole block to form cubes, 1 foot on an edge, how many cubes will have 3 blue faces? So we are to cut this block. I-cut natin siya into cubes. Tapos yung cubes na mapaform will have a dimension of 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. So 1 foot on an edge. Okay, so tinatanong lang naman is ilang cubes yung magkakaroon ng 3 blue faces. So, mapipintahan lang, for example, yung portion na to, yung taas niya ay isang, then dalawang lateral walls. So, kung mag-imagine tayo, saan portion lang block yung mapipintahan na ng 3 blue faces if they are cut into cubes. So, basically, kapag 3 blue faces, or yes, 3 blue faces, huwag niyo kakalimutan na yun ay matatagpuan sa mga corners lang. Okay? Sa corners. So, eto. For example, ito lang yung mapipinturahan ng blue paint. So, sa corner lang. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito, bilangin lang natin, ilan ba yung corner ng isang rectangular parallelepiped? So, isa na ito, 1, pangalawa, pangatlo, at saka pang-4. Kung 4 yung corners sa taas, 4 din sa baba. So therefore, ilan yung 3 blue faces? Ang sagot natin dito is 8 cubes. Diba? Since meron tayong 8 corners. So sa taas, 4 sa taas, 4 sa baba. Okay? So yun lang naman yung problem na to. So problem number 1. So we have problem number, this is problem number 2. A cube of edge 25 centimeters is cut by a plane containing 2 diagonal opposite edges of the cube. So find the area of the section formed in square centimeters. So basically yung sinasabi lang naman niya dito is two opposite edges diagonally. So kailangan natin yung diagonal ng cube na to. Yan. So, hinahanap lang naman yung area nito, yung na-form na plane figure, which is basically rectangle na siya. Kunin lang natin ito. Let's say this is C. So, that is by Pythagorean theorem, C is equal to the square root of, ano yung height na to? That is the same as 25 straight plus, this is the same as 25 since cube tayo, 25 straight. So, we have the value of C as 25 square root of 2 centimeters. So, di ba meron na tayong rectangular figure? Ano yung rectangle na yan? Meron siyang length na C, meron siyang width na 25. So, yung area na hinahanap niya dito is 25 centimeters times yung length na C is 25 square root of 2. So, you have the area. Check lang natin kung alin sa choices. This is 25 times 25 square root of 2. So we have yung area is equal to 883.883 square centimeters. 883.883. So we have letter A, that is 883.88. Try naman natin si problem number 3. So sabi niyo dito, find the ratio of the volume of a hexahedron and its surface area if it has one of its sides equal to 24 centimeters. So basically what is a hexahedron? Okay, so from the suffix prefix pala, hexahedron. From the term hexa, that is 6. Hedron, faces, maybe, hindi ko sure. So hexahedron ay meron siyang 6 faces. Tapos hindi naman niya sinabi kung regular hexahedron or wala siyang masyadong description. Pero ano ba yung una natin maiisip na first example ng hexahedron? So ang pinaka-basic na example ng hexahedron is the same as the cube. Okay? So, di ba, how many bases are there in a cube? So, meron tayong 6 bases. So, yung given dimension, for example, yung dimension A, given one of the edges is equal to 24 centimeters. Hinahanap daw natin yung ratio of the volume to the surface area. Ano ba yung volume ng cube? That is A times A times A, this is A cube. Ano naman yung kanyang surface area? Yung surface area niya, meron siyang 6 na square faces. So that is the same as 6. Ano yung area ng isang square? A times A, this is A squared. Hinahanap natin yung ratio ng volume sa surface area. Ano yung ating volume? This is A cubed divided by surface area, 6A squared. So this is the same as the volume divided by the surface area. Cancel natin yung A squared. So this is the same as A over 6. Ano raw yung A? This is 24 divided by 6. Ano yung 24 divided by 6? 24 over 6 is the same as 4. So ito yung sagot natin. Letter A. So problem number 4 tayo. Kawig dito yung lumabas noong November 2017. So a lizard traveled from one corner A to the farthest opposite corner B of a rectangular room 4 meters by 3 meters wide, 2 meters high. So determine the shortest distance covered. So what will be the shortest distance? So take note, there is a lizard. Kapag lizard, magko-crawl yan, gagapang yan, hindi siya lilipan. Kasi kung pwede naman siyang lumipad, the space diagonal lang siya ng ating rectangular room. So, paano natin i-solve ito? Kailangan natin buksan yung room, pero dapat hindi mawawala yung contact surface from A to B. So, parang ganito yung way natin. Okay, so maglagay tayo ng ibang pangalan dito. Let's say this is A, B, C, D. Tapos ito si point E. Yung corner sa likod will be point F. So if you have to open the room in this manner, okay, so we are to open this in this manner. So, take note na yung parang ceiling, nakadikit pa rin siya dito sa wall na to. So, kung ilalagay natin yung mga letters, ito si point A. Okay, then si point B, ito siya. So, this is point B. Kung baka si point B, nahati siya sa 3 points, di ba, sa corner to. Saan ba siya, ano ba yung mga ibang parts na merong initial point B? Yung wall na to, ito si point B, at saka dito. Ganun din kay point E. Si point E, ito na yun, point E. Tapos yung corner sa likod kanina, ito si point F. And ito naman si point D and point C. So ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo, dapat meron pa rin tayong contact surface from A to B. Yun yung wall na to, tapos yung ceiling. So yung shortest distance, gumawa lang tayo ng straight line from A to B. This is the straight line. Ano yung dimension na to? This is 4 meters. Ano yung height ng wall? The height of the wall, this is the same as 2 meters. Tapos, ano yung width ng ceiling? The same na rin sa width ng floor. That is the same as 3 meters. So, di ba meron tayong right triangle? So, paano natin gawin yung shortest distance? Sabihin natin, this is small d. That is by Pythagorean theorem. So, the shortest distance is the square root of, okay, ito yung isang base, we have 4 squared plus yung height, 2 plus 3, this is the same as 5 squared. So we have the shortest distance from A to B is the square root. This is the square root of 16 plus 25. So that is the square root of 41. This distance is 6.403 meters. 6.403 meters. We have letter C, that is 6.40 meters. So kung ilalagay natin siya dito sa actual figure natin, so from A to B, the shortest distance, parang ganito. So para magkaroon ng shortest distance, take note, iwasan yung mga edge. Huwag niyong sundan yung mga edges. So this is the shortest distance, 6.403 meters. Ito na yung sagot natin. Let me proceed to problem number 5. So sabi niya dito, a truncated prism has a horizontal triangular base, ABC. AB is equal to 10 cm, BC is equal to 12. And CA is equal to 8. So the vertical edges through ABC are 20, 12. This is 12 then 18 centimeters long respectively. Determine the volume of the prism. So lumalabas ito sa vortex namin yung tinatawag natin na truncated prism. Ito yung prism na may magkakaiba yung vertical height ng mga edges. Or iba-iba yung dimension ng mga vertical edges natin. So how do you compute for the volume? So kapag prism kasi, volume is basically area of the base times the height. Kaya lang kapag ginamit yung term na truncated, so if you have a truncated prism, paano mo rin yung kanyang volume? The volume is equal to area of the base. And this time, i-multiply natin, since magkakaiba yung height ng mga vertical edges, anong gagawin natin? I-average natin. So this is the same as h1 plus h2 plus up to h sub n. Para mag-average, divided by the number of the vertical edges. So since given naman yung mga dimension ng mga bases natin, kunin natin yung area ng triangle using the Heron's formula. So kailangan natin yung semi-perimeter. This is A plus B plus C divided by 2. So yung sum ng mga sides, 10 plus 12 plus 8. This is divided by 2. 10 plus 12 is 22 plus 8. 30 divided by 2. Semi-perimeter natin is 15 centimeters. And then gawin natin yung area of the base using Heron's formula. This is the square root of S times S minus A divided by S minus B times S minus C. So you have the area of the base is equal to the square root of 15 divided by 15 minus 10. And this is 15 minus 12 divided by 15 minus 8. So we have the area of the base. Okay, so this is the square root of 15 times 5 times 3 then times 7. So it's the same as 15. We have 15 square root of 7 square centimeters. Kunin natin yung volume. So the volume is equal to ano yung ating base. This is 15 square root of 7. Tapos, so since magkakaiba yung mga vertical height edges natin, i-average natin. Ano yung height through A? This is 20 plus, sabi naman, 12. Tapos, sa C, this is 18. Averaging, paano mag-average? Number of items, the sum of the items, or the sum of all values, divided by the number of items. So this is divided by 3, since meron tayong 3 edges. So, makuha na natin yung volume. So this is 15 square root of 7 multiplied by, this is 20 plus 12 plus 18, averaging, divided by 3. So we have the volume is equal to 661.438 cubic centimeters. 661.438 cubic cm. Check natin sa choices. Okay, so meron tayong sagot dito, 661.44. So ganun lang naman kapag prism. Kapag prism, volume is equal to area of the base times the height. Kapag truncated prism, area of the base times the average of the vertical edges. So, ito yung ating solution. Let's try problem number 6. So sabi niya dito, a truncated prism has a horizontal base ABC. So AB is 30, base is equal to 40 centimeters, tapos si CA is 50 cm. Kung mapapansin niyo, obvious ito, di ba? 3, 4, 5 triangle, that is a right triangle. So the vertical edges through A and C, so meron tayong height sa A, merong height sa C, 18 at saka 27. If the volume of the prism is equal to 13,800 cubic centimeters, determine the height of the vertical edge at B. So, ang hinahanap natin dito is vertical edge height sa B. Given yung kanyang volume, that is equal to 13,800 cubic centimeters. So, paano ba kunin yung area ng base? Kapag right triangle, pwede na yung 1/2 base times height. So, that is 1/2, gamitin kong base 40 times the height is 30. So 30 times 40, ano yan? 1,200. Ano ba? Yes, 1,200 divided by 2 is 600 square centimeters. Yun yung ating area. Paano kumuha ng volume? The volume is equal to the area of the base. Tapos i-average natin HA plus we have H sub B plus H sub C averaging divided by 3 since we have 3 edges. So we have area ito times the average. So we have the volume is equal to ano yung ating area or given pala yung volume. Okay, the volume is equal to 13,800. Area ng base is 600. This is multiplied by height sa A. Height sa A is 18 plus yung height sa B unknown. Height sa C is 27. Averaging, this is divided by 3. So makuha natin yung height sa vertical edge B. So we have 13,800 times 3 minus 18 minus 27. So yung nakuha ko dito is equal to, this is 24 centimeters. So yun lang naman. So ang sagot natin dito is letter C. Try natin problem number 7. So this is an ordinary prism. Sabi niya, so the bases of a right prism are regular hexagon with one side equal to 6 centimeters. If the volume of the right prism is equal to 400 cubic centimeters, find the distance between the bases. Pag sinabing between the bases, that is the same as the height of the solid. So ito yung height niya, for example, ito naman yung kanyang base, which is a regular hexagon. So ano yung advantage kapag regular hexagon yung shape? I-divide natin ito into triangles and ang result niya is magiging mga equilateral triangles. So which means, yung dimension lahat nito is yun, 666. Tapos, interior angle will be 60 degrees. Paano kung ng volume ng prism? Kapag ordinary prism, yung volume is the area of the base multiplied by the height or the altitude. So we have the volume is equal to 400 cubic centimeters equal to, paano natin gawin yung area ng isang regular hexagon? 6 na triangle lang yun. 6 na area ng triangle. So paano natin gawin ito? Pwede natin gamitin yung 1/2 AB sin theta. 1/2, kaya lang A and B parehong 6. So this is 6 squared sine equilateral. Alam natin 60 degrees. Then multiplied by the height. So makuha natin yung height. So that's the same as 400 divided by 6 times 2 divided by 6 squared sine 60. Okay, so yung nakuha ko dito is 4.277 centimeters. 4.277 centimeters. I will have some choices. Letter D, that is 4.28. dahil mga pointed solids. Una yung cone. So ano ba yung basic property ng cone? Okay, ang cone is nanggaling sa plane figure na triangle. So for example, ito yung ating triangle. Okay, meron siyang H, tapos ito, yung dimension niya, let's say base. So anong gagawin natin sa triangle na to? I-rotate natin siya sa kanyang vertical axis or sa side na to. For example, ito yung ating axis of rotation. Kung mag-rotate yan, okay, doon makakabuo ng cone. So, ano yung concept na yun? That is yung Pappus theorem. The volume is equal to the area, the rho, then yung angle of rotation. So, initially, ano ba yung area ng triangle natin? Yung triangular plane figure na pinanggalingan ng cone na to. Kaya lang yung base na to is magiging radius na natin. So yung R ng resulting cone. So we have yung area is 1/2, supposedly base, pero magiging radius siya ng cone. So this R times yung kanyang H. Yun yung ating area. Ano naman yung rho? Yung rho is yung distance ng kanyang centroid towards the axis of rotation. Which is, yung rho, ano yung location ng centroid ng triangle towards the side, that is 1/3 of R. Yung rotation naman niya, kapag complete revolution, which means the rotation is complete revolution, 360 degrees, or in radian, 2 pi. So kung ilalagay natin siya dito, we have the volume is equal to, ano yung ating area? 1/2 of R times H. Ano yung rho? This is multiplied by 1/3 of the radius. Rotation, this is 2 pi. So if you have to simplify, we have the volume, cancel natin yung 2. So ano may iwan? That is 1/3 yung pi. R times R, that is R squared times H. Kung i-analyze natin, ano yung pi R squared? Yung pi R squared is yung area ng circular base. Kaya generalize ito, pwede natin i-generalize na 1/3 of the base area times height. So, usually, or lahat ng pointed solids, okay, yung pointed solids, ito yung kanyang general formula, that is the 1/3 of the base area times height. Ano pa ba yung mga pointed solids? Yung pyramid, the pyramid, yung spherical cone. So, they belong to this group, the pointed solids. Yung kanilang volume is 1/3 of the base area times height. Usually, nagkakaiba lang sa formula ng area. So, other than that, ano pa yung hinahanap sa cone? Minsan, hinahanap din dito, other than the volume, yung kanilang lateral area. Kapag sinabing lateral area, ang usapan dito is yung area of the wall. Okay? So, para makuha yung area of the wall, kailangan natin yung slant height. Okay, paano ba yung slant height? For example, okay, para makuha yung slant height, kailangan natin yung H tsaka R, may Pythagorean theorem. So, this L squared is equal to the radius squared plus the height squared. Okay? Then, for the lateral area is pi multiplied by the radius times the slant height. Okay? So, ito yung formula ng lateral area, pi r L. So, let's have an example for a cone. Alright, so let's have this example. Problem number 8, so sabi niya dito, a cone was formed by rolling a thin sheet of metal in the form of a sector of a circle, 72 centimeters in diameter. So kung 72 cm yung kanyang diameter, yung kanyang radius is divided by 2, 72 over 2 is 36. With a central angle of 210 degrees. Find the volume of the cone. So can you imagine, paano natin gagawing cone, yung sector na to, central angle is 210 degrees. Kung, for example, ito yung center ng initial circle, which is vertex na rin siya ng sector, siya yung magiging point ng ating cone. Okay? So, tapos, can you observe? Ito yung radius ng sector na 36, ano siya dito sa cone? Ano yung magiging part niya, or anong yung radius na to magiging ano siya ng cone. So obviously, ito ay magiging slant height ng cone. This is equal to 36 cm. Okay. So ang gagawin naman kasi natin dito, kukunin natin yung center, ididikit natin yung dalawang point na to. So tataas ito, yun yung magiging point ng ating cone. So meron na tayong slant height. Paano ba kumuha ng volume ng cone? The volume is equal to 1/3 pi the radius of the cone squared times h. So far, wala pa tayong radius ng cone and wala pa tayong h na cone. So kailangan natin yung dalawang yan. So ano pa yung isang given na hindi natin nagagamit? Yung central angle na 210 degrees. So ito, this is an arc length. Paano kumuha ng arc length ng sector? This is theta radians times the radius ng sector. Okay, can you observe na yung arc length na to or yung arc ng sector, siya yung magiging circumference ng circular base ng cone. So, we can conclude na yung arc length ng sector is equal to sa circumference ng circle. Circumference is complete circle na siya. Paano kumuha ng arc length? This is theta radians. Ano yung radius na gagamitin natin? Yung radius ng sector, that is capital R. Paano kumuha ng circumference ng circle? This is 2 pi r. So, makuha natin yung radius ng circular base of the cone. What is our central angle? This is 210 degrees. Paano gawin dyan? Times pi divided by 180 degrees times the radius of the sector is 36 equal to 2 pi times the radius. So, makuha natin yung radius ng circular base. We have 210 pi over 180. I multiplied by 36. And this is divided by 2 pi. So the radius of the circular base is now equal to 21 centimeters. Ayan, meron na akong R, meron na akong slant height. Makuha na ba natin yung H or yung altitude? Makuha na natin yan by Pythagorean theorem. So this is the same as h squared plus r squared is equal to the slant height squared. So this is h plus 21 squared. Ano yung ating slant height? This is 36 squared. Kunin natin yung altitude ng triangle. Yes, ng triangle or yung ng cone. This 36 squared minus 21 squared. Then square root. This is equal to 3 square root of 95 centimeters. Okay, so I think kompleto na ito yung volume formula. The 1/3 of pi r squared h. So we have the volume of the resulting cone is equal to 1/3 pi. Ano yung radius ng circular base? 21. This is squared. Ano yung altitude ng cone? This is 3 square root of 95. Let us compute for the volume. So that is 1/3 of pi 21 squared. I multiplied by 3 square root of 95. So yung sagot natin dito is equal to 13,000. This is 13,503.62 cubic centimeters. So check natin sa choices. We have 13,503.62. So pinakamalapit na sa choices, we have letter C, round up, 13,504. So this will be our solution. Tayo naman natin si number 9. Lumabas na rin ito noon sa board exam. Sabi niya dito, so the height of a cone is h. It contains water to a depth of 2/3 of h. What is the ratio of the volume of water to that of the cone? So kapag kinukuha natin yung ratios ng mga volumes, ratios of volumes sa cone, that is basically directly proportional to their heights. So B1 over B2 is directly proportional to the height. Paano natin gagawin equal sign yan or paano natin gagawin equation? So kailangan lang natin gawin, this is B1 over B2. Di ba ano ba yung unit ng volume? Cubic units, parang cubic meter, cubic foot, etc. Eh yung height, meter lang ito or feet lang yan, hindi siya naka-raise to 3. So paano natin gagawin equal yan? I-raise natin ito sa h1 raised to 3 divided by h2 raised to 3. Para ma-satisfy natin yung mga units. Diba? Cubic units, cubic units. So dito, let's say ito yung ating B1 or B1, H1. So yung ating magiging height 1, ito naman yung magiging height number 2. Height. And this is height number 2. So hinahanap natin yung ratio ng volume of water to the volume of the cone. So this is the volume of water to the volume of the cone is equal to ano yung ating sa tubig. Ang nilagay ko na height ng tubig is h sub 2. This is h sub 2 raised to 3 divided by ano yung volume ng cone, ano yung height ng cone na nilagay natin dito. This is yung h lang or h sub 1 raised to 3. So makakatulong ito para hindi na natin kailangan i-compute pa yung mga radius nila. Okay, relation and proportion. Ano yung ating h sub 2? Our h sub 2 is 2/3 of h raised to 3 divided by ano yung ating h sub 1? Yung height or total height ng cone, that is equal to yung h lang raised to 3. Kung makapansin nyo dito, makakalas na yung h cube. Kasi ito magiging 2 cube is 8 divided by 3 cube is 27, h cube, h cube. So, kasan yung ating h cube? So, we have the ratio of the volume of water to the volume of the cone is simply equal to 8 divided by 27. So, ang sagot natin dito is letter B. Okay, problem number 10. Sabi niya dito, so a right circular cone has a radius of 1.2 meters at the top and an altitude of 4.8 meters. It contains oil. It contains oil at a depth of 2.4 meters. What will be the depth of oil if the cone is inverted? So, kailangan na muna natin siguro dito is yung volume ng hangin. So, we need the volume of air. Paano yung volume ng hangin? Okay, para maiwasan natin yung ratio and proportion sa pagkuha ng radius, pwede natin gamitin yung concept ng ratios ng volumes. Pagdating sa cone, B1 over B2 is equal to, this is H1. This is yung H1 cube divided by H sub 2 cube. Okay? Pero kailangan din natin yung volume ng cone. So this is the volume of the cone. So sabihin ko B sub C. We have B sub C is equal to 1/3 pi. Ano yung radius ng cone? 1.2. This is 1.2 cube as squared. Okay, divided by yung height ng cone natin is 4.8. So this is the volume of the cone. So that is 1/3 of pi, 1.2 squared times the height of the cone is 4.8. So we have the volume is equal to 7.238 cubic meters. Okay, so kunin naman natin yung volume ng oil. So what is our B1? Sabihin na lang natin na B1 is equal to the volume of the cone. So this is the volume of the cone to the volume of the oil is equal to H1 cube divided by H sub 2 cube. Ano yung volume ng cone na na-compute natin? This is 7.238 divided by the volume of the oil is equal to H1. Ano yung volume ng ano yung height ng cone? This is 4.8 cube divided by ano yung height ng oil? Yung height ng oil is 2.4 cube. Makuha natin dito yung volume ng oil. So this is 2.4 cube 8 times 7.238. That is divided by 4.8 raised to 3. So yung volume ng oil is equal to 0.905 cubic, this is cubic meter. So makuha natin yung volume ng hangin. We have the volume of the air. Paano natin kukunin yung volume ng hangin dito? So basically, that is the volume of the cone minus the volume of the oil. So this is, okay, volume of the cone is 7.238. Yun yung volume ng cone minus yung volume ng oil, 0.905. Okay, we have the volume of air. This is 7.238 minus 0.905. So we have a volume of 6.333 cubic meter. So this is yung volume ng, okay, the volume of air. So makuha na natin yung Y, that is by ratio n, proportion ulit. Pero using this proportion, okay, paano natin kukunin yan is, para makuha natin ito, yung height ng akin. Okay, the height of the air. So let's say this is h sub air. So paano natin gagawin yan? Applying this one, this is yung volume of air divided by the volume of the cone is equal to the height of air divided by yung height ng cone. Ano yung volume ng hangin na nakuha natin? Ano yan? We have 6.333. We have 6.333 divided by yung volume ng cone. Ano yung nakuha natin ng volume ng cone? This is 7.238. So naka-cube pa dapat yung dalawang ito. So we have, this is the height of the air raised to 3 divided by, ano yung height ng cone natin? This is 4.8 raised to 3. So we have the height of air equal to, that is the same as 4.8 raised to 3, times 6.33, divided by 7.238, then raised to 1/3 cube root. So yung nakuha dito is 4.591 meters. Okay, kung meron na tayong height of air, paano natin makukuha yung height ng oil pagkabaliktad natin dito sa cone? So, makuha natin yung height of the oil. Let's say, height ng oil is na equal to yung height ng cone na 4.8 kay minus yung height ng hangin. So, this is the same as 4.8 minus, this is 4.591 meters. So, ito na yung magiging sagot natin. 4.8 minus 4.591. So, this is the same as 0.209 meter. So, check natin sa choices. For the height of air, 0.209. Okay, pinakamalapit sa choices natin, this is the same or approximately equal to 0.21 meter. 0.21, we have letter, that is letter B.